Hello, you moved.
Yeah. What's up? Sorry.
Oh, you didn't move. You're in a completely different house.
Was I not here last week?
We didn't record last week.
Yeah, I am.
You
I'm still here.
I assumed it was Warcraft related.
It's sort of Warcraft related. It's also internet related, but my internet should be fixed as of today. They're
What was
coming
going
home.
on with it?
They're coming home Thursday, so I may as well just stay here until then. So I'll take their dog back to my house and then right back. Oh, the box across the street was out of tune or whatever, and repair people.
Also,
had to come and fix it.
There was an issue then.
Oh yeah, it was bad. So they had to come like retune it or whatever he said. The guy came out today and called me and said it should be good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I took out the Thanksgiving table and just brought my whole setup here for the week.
Nice.
Yeah, been gaming here.
Just so you know. Wait, I think you got it right. No, this is episode 82. I thought we were higher than that.
Yeah, I think I looked at because I remember last week I had to correct it.
Well, sir, I'm ready to talk to you, but I don't know what we're talking about.
Me neither.
It's been quiet. Hey, I think you had trivia, right?
I got it.
Cool. So guess who I'm not going to forget?
Craig.
Not going to forget my buddy Craig.
I'm really glad I don't have to do that bot anymore. It for some reason made me nervous. Oh my god, bud. You should have seen
Which one?
Just the web browser.
Oh, well, that was only a backup anyway.
It made me nervous every time. Fred tried to jump up in my lap earlier and he made it, and he tried it again, and he got up here and his back leg slipped and he fell and did like a 180 flip on his back, and it went thunk.
Oh no.
I was like, oh my god, poor little guy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well,
my hair looks like a mess. Should I put a hat on?
If you want to. We're already live. Who cares? Who's gonna care? Your dad?
Yeah, he will. He sent a picture of me.
I know.
He got on the camera and went, WTF. That's all he said.
Yeah, he told me about it.
It's so funny. I was like, hey, would you rather me dirty up your house or dirty up a table in your house I have to clean off to put up?
True. You could be at his desk.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
You should have just taped over the cameras.
I thought about it.
What's happening?
Man,
I don't know, Dad. Offline.
Weird. All right, I'm ready. We get a trivia question up.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode 82 of Highwind Herald. I'm Wolfkins, and I've got Soloist back with me. Finally pulled him away from certain other games that he shouldn't be playing.
Sorry, this episode started off on Streamlabs with my trivia question over your face. Because it was on the wrong monitor. Here, let me do it again for a second, just so I can move it over here real quick. Sorry, we do not endorse Horizon. Meta, they're not sponsoring us.
I already have to edit this episode. Last one was so good because we were perfect. We were so spot on. I just uploaded it. I was like, we're good to go.
True.
But all right, man, what's your trivia question? Let's have it.
2-part, and it's a sequel question.
Oh, okay.
Months ago, probably closer to the beginning of the show, I asked you what show did Final Fantasy VII make mention in? And the answer was 2.5 Men.
Oh, yep.
What other Final Fantasy game made an appearance in that show?
In that show?
Yes.
Chocobo Racing.
No.
Is it a mainline Final Fantasy?
It is.
10.
Yes. Final Fantasy 10.
I was trying to think, okay, that show ran for a little bit. I don't think they would have done it right away.
Fun fact about it, later in the episode when Jake is playing the game, it is playing music from Final Fantasy 2, not Final Fantasy 10.
Ooh.
But the second part of the question, what novel by Thomas Pynchon featured mention of Final Fantasy 10?
You can always tell that Soloist just looks these up right beforehand.
Yeah, I didn't know this. This is
what novel?
Yes.
So first of all, I've never heard of that author. I'm sorry. All
Yeah.
the Pinchon, that what you said?
Pynchon.
Okay.
Pynchon? I don't know.
Maybe. I have absolutely
Called
no idea.
Bleeding Edge, and it makes mention of Final Fantasy X.
Is that fiction? Non-fiction?
Didn't mention.
A lot of research you put into this one.
Sure thing.
Man, that's a pretty good one. I'm giving myself a point for that. How have you been?
Half of a point.
Well, it was worth 2 points, so I get 1.
I didn't say it was worth 2 points.
I did.
No, you're not grading my test.
I can edit you out right now. It's worth 2 points, and then we transition to the next topic.
Truth. My week's nothing to do with anything Final Fantasy related, but before my week got consumed, I had started a new file. Actually, today I played Final Fantasy VI, and I had started
Have you passed me yet?
New file. I'm at the opera, and I started the opera on mute, thinking, okay, whatever. I've seen the opera before. I don't need to. And I turned it up a little bit, heard there's actual lyrics and like new camera angles, and I shut my phone off. I was like, nope, I am doing this when a chance when I can do this unmuted because I was at work. So I haven't looked into that yet. But
that's the one part you really do kind of need unmuted, I think, because their lyrics. There are new camera angles, I guess. I don't remember. I remember thinking while I was playing it, this has to be remastered.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that, my jaw dropped. I was like, nope, this is special. I've got to watch this. Yeah. Like it is. So
here's a hot take. Opera, a little overrated, I think.
The opera sequence,
a little bit.
Oh no way, man! It's hilarious. It's so good.
I don't think it's supposed to be. It's ruined by Ultros. Ruined it.
Oh my god!
I hate it.
When it comes to Final Fantasy, you hate comedy. You can. No one can be funny.
I just hate Ultros.
How is it not funny? Him going, ugh. It's going to take me exactly 8 minutes to push this thing. How is that funny. Not make you smile?
I do like that
so
part.
Funny.
This is going to take me about 5 minutes.
That's so stupid.
Okay. I do like that part, but Ultros as a character, I just do not care.
He's such a good gag. He even came back in Final Fantasy 13 too.
He comes back too much.
I love Ultros.
I've already accidentally committed to having to include him at some point in Kupo Quest.
Heck yeah. But other than 6, I started a file on 10 and I made it to the end of Besaid. About to get. So here's the story. I started 10 one day when my internet was out, which went out every day. And I didn't play it again. I got to halfway through the beginning sequence. Right there, before you get to Besaid with Riku and stuff. So my internet went out again, and I was like, okay, Wrath of the Lich King is coming out tomorrow. I'm going to somewhere where I have internet to play it, because I'm not missing out on that. It's been huge for my stream. Like, it's been amazing. Super successful for me. But I was like, what am I going to do tonight? And I was like, well, I'm going to go to bed early so I'm not tired. So I'm just going to play a little bit of 10. I stayed up way too late playing.
That's how it works.
I'll stop at the temple. Like, all right, I guess I'll do it. The Besaid temple.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I was like, I'll stop at the temple. And I got there, I was like, I guess I'll do the temple. I was like, well, I got to hear the stay away from the summoner line. And then I just kept going and going.
I'll stop at Seymour too. Okay?
I'll stop, and then I missed a week of work. But the thing about it, I was afraid to play 10 because the more I looked at 10, the more I had things I didn't like in games. But the more I play 10, the more I realize that it is very unique in the way that it takes those things I don't like and incorporates them in a way I really do like. So the linearity, like I noticed something, the linearity is not that bad because you're not going in a straight path. Kind of like a Sonic game. Yeah, sure. In Sonic, bear with me.
They do make you turn.
In old Sonic games, you go from point A to point B, but unlike Sonic, what makes old Sonic games so special that there's more routes you can take. Harder routes to take are more rewarding. There's hidden routes to take from your point A to point B linear paths in 10 with treasures. And it does it so much better than like other games do. And the voice acting is aged, I will say.
I like the voice acting.
It is,
but yeah, it's just early voice acting.
The delivery is just a little odd on Tidus sometimes. But other than that, I don't think Waka is fantastic. He's 100% the best character.
Yeah.
I love Waka. He is 100% my favorite character.
You can't say he's the best character in a game where Auron exists.
I haven't gotten to more Auron. I mean, this game's so off of my mind freshly that I guess I'm getting, because I'm learning, because I'm paying close attention and like trying to learn more about the story. Because I sat down and said to myself, like, why are we fighting Yevon at the end of it? Spoilers.
Wow, you spoiler tagged that at the end of the spoiler.
But I started thinking, I was like, why do you do that at the end of the game? And I don't know the reason. So I'm just going to pay attention and see what that plot twist actually is.
That's a pretty late game plot twist.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Battle system's great. Doing the expert sphere grid, so it doesn't baby hole. I can like do anything. I've noticed like it's not locked off as much.
Yeah, I think that's what the expert is. I think it's more open.
So it's awesome. Hey, I'm having a good time with it.
I like the standard grid just because it keeps everybody at least at first in their quote job.
I don't have any idea how I'm going to like this expert grid yet. I have not gotten enough points to really tell the difference. But I just wanted a different experience.
The first time I played Final Fantasy X, I must have not been paying close enough attention to the sphere grid tutorial. So I just thought those grid levels I was getting were levels. And I got to a point where I was like, why can't I do anything? I think I was at like the Thunder Plains. Mm-hmm. I'd made it decently far. Just on gear.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, why is Lulu still casting like fire? And like everything is like one-shotting me now. And then I realized because I was doing one of those like hard runs on myself. And
I mean, maybe you should go back and try that hard run. You've proved that yourself that you can accidentally do about a quarter of it.
No, thanks. I do not have time for that in my life right now.
But it's
because
good.
I would have to put down Disney Dreamlight Valley to do anything else.
You're still stuck on that, are you? Okay.
Oh my god, dude, I'm addicted. It's bad. It's scary. I need to get help.
That's how I am right now with Wrath Classic. I mean, oh my god, I have to race home to get in the queue, and then I can't log off until I'm done. Like I'm still on it right now, keeping myself logged in. Like I said on stream last night that they need to incorporate WoW addiction at AA, and I need to go.
I can't believe you're doing this while we're talking.
I'm not playing. I just tab over, move, and tab back.
Yeah. So yeah, neither one of us have been very Final Fantasy this week. We are the worst.
Hey, this is pretty good Final Fantasy week for me.
Actually, yeah, it is. I haven't logged into 14. I don't know what's wrong with me.
What have you I know exactly. Been playing Disney?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. And keep in mind, a new Voice of Cards just came out.
Is it that good? Is there that much content? Do you not get gated like Animal Crossing and run out of stuff to do?
Not yet. I haven't run out of stuff to do yet. It is good. It's good. So I'm really liking it. I like it much better than Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Animal Crossing.
So it takes all the things I like from Animal Crossing, improves on them, and then lets me hang out with Wall-E.
Ooh.
Which, spoiler, I do not like the movie Wall-E. I love Wall-E as a character. Wall-E is adorable.
I love Wall-E the movie. That's just another thing we disagree on. Add it to the book.
That thing's a little boring. Anyway.
I was obsessed with that movie as a kid. I wore that watch everywhere. They gave you the movie theater when you go.
They give you a watch?
They gave me a watch, and I wore it everywhere. Got teased to like crazy.
I remember going to see the Pokemon movie in the theaters and getting the special Mew card.
Hey, you did the same thing when you took me to see Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that didn't mean as much to me, though. And that movie confused the crap out of me.
It did me, too, and I like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. FYI, folks, I apologize. This is going to be a scattered episode because there's not much Final Fantasy to talk about this week, to be honest.
News. I still haven't tried out 6.2 MSQ yet.
I haven't even finished it, and that's not.
It's not like
saying
you.
It's not good. I know.
Like
I'm telling you, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm addicted to Disney. I have a problem.
You think this is your game of the year?
I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best game that's been made this year, but I will say it's the most fun. Oh, God, no, I can't say that either because I've had 2 Ninja Turtle games, too. Oh, God.
Didn't Endwalker come out this year?
Was great. Endwalker was late last year.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, otherwise, I feel like that should be the game of the year for
hands down. Yeah. I think that was November, right?
I guess so.
But
oh yeah, because I remember I thought these Wrath queues were bad. Man, I almost forgot completely about how terrible the Endwalker queues were.
The Endwalker queues were horrible.
A nightmare.
I'm glad you
couldn't even play the game. That's why it took me so long. I got so burnt out on that.
Fun. I was on Twitter the other day and I saw somebody. So they put in that new world, or not just the world visit service, but data center. And somebody, I guess, is from our server, was trying to get back to Leviathan, and it just basically said Leviathan is not available for return home service at this time. I was like, you can't even go back. I was like, oh man, our server. So yeah, but I haven't been in. I leveled up for some reason I'm just in one of those like farming sim moods, and I don't know if I'm like stressed and don't realize it and I just need something relaxing. But I did everything I could on I didn't buy all the stuff, but I got my island to level 10 on Final Fantasy 14, maxed out all that stuff, and then Disney came out, it just kind of hit, and it stinks because the new Voice of Cards is really good so far. But every time I sit down and I'm like, okay, you know what I could do is I could get on, and I was working on that quest for Goofy, and then it just sucks me in.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I've only been in a farming sim mood once in my life, and I've never been in one again. No. I don't think they're for me. But
I tell you what, I haven't been in is a mood for Final Fantasy VI. I really. Here's the thing. Okay, so there will not be an episode next week. I'm just going to go ahead and say that for everybody listening because I'm going out of town. I'll be going on vacation. Now, that's the best chance I have of maybe actually booting that game back up because I'm going to be on a plane. I'm going to have some downtime. I might. I'll probably end up reading, but I might boot up 6. We'll see.
Man, you got to.
It's the only numbered game I haven't beaten.
If I end up beating 8 and 13 before you beat 6, like that,
you'll deserve a trophy because
that's bad. And I don't even have any plans to play those games.
If you end up beating 8 and 13 before I beat 6, that is the definition of the tortoise and the hare race. Because I came out of the gate and played through 5 of these back to back, and then at the end, I'm like, I'm gonna just lay under this tree.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a little break as the world around me burns because I stopped right at the world ruin.
Yeah, that's where you stopped last time, isn't it?
I've gotten further this time. Last time I stopped right before it was like the floating continent place or whatever, right before all the crap goes down.
Yeah.
So I hadn't gotten to the point where I have to wait on Shadow yet, so I stopped there. So I did make it a little bit further. So.
Good.
Anyway.
So what's your favorite Pixel remaster so far? Still 4?
Yeah, still 4. So far, my favorite Pixel remasters are 4, 2, and 5. Those are my 3. So
4 is definitely
roll your eyes. You hate 2, but 4 was my favorite. I love 4.
I don't necessarily hate 2. I just think it's definitely one of the weaker ones.
Of the first 3, it was my favorite. Of the first one.
Oh, no. 3's so much better.
3 was my least favorite.
No, there's no way you like 3 less than 1. That's just objectively not true.
I got frustrated more with 3.
3 is so good. I love 3.
I played 3 after 5. So instead of the job system in 5 feeling like an upgrade, the job system in 3 felt like a downgrade. So that's important perception there and context.
I don't agree with that.
It's not nearly as fleshed out as the job system in 5.
No, that it felt like a downgrade from 1.
No, you weren't listening to me. I played 3 after I played 5.
Oh, okay.
Instead of 5's job system feeling like an upgrade, 3's felt like a downgrade.
True. That's definitely true.
So it just felt, I was like, man, I could have, with 5, I could have done this, this, and this. So context there is important.
That's definitely true.
And it just, its story was not as... Now, I will say, the story in the Pixel remaster. But from what I understand, they're
stream just reset. By the way, you're gonna have to cut that out. I don't know why. I don't know how that's gonna look on the YouTube side of things, but because my frames are dropping real bad, this internet cannot handle really well doing two. The upload is only 7, and it's trying to stream to 2 places right now. So
guess what? Okay, let's talk about internet for just a second. I got new internet today. I got
good for you. Mine just
1
started
gig
working.
down. I got 1 gig down and 500 up. So,
dang,
I'm good to go.
How much you pay monthly for that?
Well, I'm a new customer, so next to nothing.
Dang, that's really
good. You get that new customer deal, and it's like it's $30 less than what I was paying for 400. 400 down, 20 up, and I'm paying $30 less. Yeah. So, internet's great. Speaking of remakes, I'm really looking forward to the Crisis Core remake because that was a game that I never really got to play all the way through. I did have a PSP, but I didn't make it through that game. So, dude, I'm excited.
I'm not really sure if it's good or not. I just know I'll play it. It's 7.
All I've heard is it's amazing.
I don't think I've
never heard anyone say Crisis Core sucks.
I've never heard a bad thing about it, so I'm looking forward to it. Anything Final Fantasy 7 is just objectively good. It's like when we went into the movies watching. I miss that. I wish there was more movies for us to review. Because going in, I honestly went into Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children not remembering anything and thinking, it's got to be cheesy, right? Like, it's got to be. I went in thinking low, and I left thinking, I don't have hardly anything bad to say. Like, I loved it. And then we watched Kingsglaive, and I went in thinking, this one's got to be not as good as I remembered. And I was like, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
So I don't know how we're going to manage it. But we should get our hands on some of that anime, because I could do some anime reviews with you.
I'd love that.
Didn't they have a Final Fantasy V anime or something? Isn't that one of my trivia questions?
Yeah, but Lord have mercy. How are we going to find that?
Watch it probably on YouTube or something.
If it's there.
So, I would love to do that. Yeah, I wish there were more movies because I had a good time doing that. And they made for good episodes and good, just, fun one-offs. So. And they're great for weeks like this because we're in a news lull because 6.2 isn't that old. So Final Fantasy 14 is not going to be talking about anything new at the moment. We just had the big trailer drops for the other games a little while back. So they wouldn't be doing anything just yet either. The only thing I think we would have heard about right now is Ever Crisis, and we haven't. So... yeah. I think, personally, the biggest news in Final Fantasy is the upcoming launch of Kupo Quest. But that's just me.
It is definitely exciting. I like going through and reading your all's Discord logs.
Yeah, so if you don't care, I'm going to give a quick update on that. So we do have our players. I upped it. We're doing 5 players instead of 4. There were 5 people. They were all awesome. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, we had our session 0 yesterday, and for those of you who don't really play D&D or tabletop games, that's basically just a pre-session game to where you sit down, you kind of talk about the game and answer any questions and make sure everybody's comfortable and stuff like that. Had a great time. We ended up talking for like 2 hours. It was awesome. I'm really looking forward to playing with this group of people.
Are they fun? They seem like a good time.
I think we're gonna have fun.
I mean, that's a weird question to ask. Because are they fun? Like live on the show, you'd say, yeah, but this one, kind of a jerk. Like that's a weird question to ask.
I'm just gonna go down. This is what I didn't like about everybody. No, had a great time. I think it's gonna be a really fun game. Everybody's got a character made. Some very interesting character concepts I think are going to be great. We do have at least one Loporrit. So that is all I wanted, was someone to play a Loporrit. So that's awesome. I'm excited. Have you read the synopsis of what the game is? No. If not, I will
read it on the show.
To you. Okay. So just to tease, this is kind of the synopsis of the game, the overall campaign story and all that. So a group of adventurers find themselves in the kingdom of Cornelia, a city struggling to recover from a decade-long war with the neighboring empire. Trade routes to and from have been crippled by the exorbitant taxes placed on goods that must pass into the empire's borders, and the once strong winds of the Zephyr Sea that bolstered their maritime trade have faded to a faint breeze. The city, the oldest of the known kingdoms, hangs on by a thread as its people struggle to get by. The adventurers, all strangers, yet all somehow afflicted with the same loss of memory, have no knowledge of what brought them to this town or exactly when they arrived. One thing is certain, though. They have somehow caught the king's attention, who has a desperate plea and a single request. Their journey sets them on a path that will uncover a threat that goes beyond political boundaries and could shake the foundation of the world itself. And if you're getting early Final Fantasy vibes, that's what I was going for.
Final Fantasy 1, baby. So, hey, that's going to be awesome. Yep. I can't wait to watch it.
So if you're interested, we have our players. We're always, we might do guests. So if you're interested in playing, still let us know.
I will. I will find a way to incorporate Fendel into this.
Fendel, man. Fendel's probably your best character.
Fendel stick.
But yeah, if you're interested in watching the story, we will be streaming that Monday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We do not have a start date yet. So basically what we're doing now is they've made their characters, but they're doing their backstories. We're going through things like that. And then when we have a start date, we will announce it and we'll start streaming then. It'll probably be November. Like early November, cool. I think is what we're looking at, just after some vacations and Halloween and stuff. But yeah, I hope if you're interested, check it out. We'll be streaming to Twitch. So I guess
are you not going to stream to YouTube?
Well, I think I'm going to stream it to Twitch and then just upload the videos to YouTube afterwards because I can't. If I want to dual stream, I got to pay. And I'm cheap.
And apparently dual streaming is really hard on your internet because I'm noticing that right now. 66% dropped frames.
I can see that, especially with an up of... Now, I could probably do it with my new 500 up.
It's not that expensive if you wanted to do it. But also, make sure you use the record feature while you do it instead of ripping the VOD because the quality, if you rip the VOD, won't be as good as if you just record it straight from it while you stream it. So it's going to be a big file, so I would delete it every week after you upload it.
Yeah.
But I would recommend doing that.
I've noticed that. Like, even my 10-minute video was like 3 gigs.
It's huge. They're huge. And the hour-long ones, they're humongous.
It's going to be 2.
Yeah. They're going to be huge.
I might need an external hard drive.
Well, I record hour-long videos all the time and have them clogged up. So just remember to delete them and you'll be good.
So, yeah. So that's what we're doing. So we'll give you more details as that starts. Hopefully people find it interesting. If not, it's going to be a fun game to play, I think. So, I'm excited to get it started. So I don't mean to keep just advertising it, but it was a slow week and I'm really excited. So
there you go.
And dude, we're going to have to get you in there at some point. You never hopped in and said hi yesterday.
I went to bed early last night. I was like tired last night.
Like 11. I'm like, I don't think he's joining us.
I was very tired last night.
So
also kind of forgot.
No, we I think it's going to be fun. I think it'll be good fun. I'm still just working on getting the overlay and stuff together and crap like that. So this will be my first attempt at streaming. I mean, I know that we're streaming right now, but I don't do anything with it. I basically just call in and talk.
It's easy.
And then I go to bed.
You'll be good.
But yeah, I figured if you could do it, I could do it.
It's easy. It's not.
That was mean. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing.
Okay.
I'm teasing.
No, words have been said. It's okay. We'll see.
It's fine.
We'll see. We'll see.
The
what
damage
happens.
is done.
Damage is done, and it will not be forgotten.
Well, that's awful because I'm gonna need your help with this. You're just gonna tell me all the wrong stuff.
That's odd, isn't it?
Oh, what do you mean that doesn't work? Yeah. I'm sorry. You don't want to record. That'll be bad. You just want to. Do I hit this button that says go live? No. That means that it turns off.
Okay.
Thank you. You're so nice. You're such a nice little brother.
I know. The big X in the top corner is what starts it.
Yeah. So I'm going to be between now and then. I'm going to be doing Moogle Mondays and just doing like a little tease of stuff on our Twitter account and maybe introducing some of the characters and stuff like that. Just while we're building and getting ready to go. So, yeah, if you're interested in poking around, if you go to kupoquest.com, that's going to take you to my Scabbard page. And what that is basically my campaign management site. And anything on there it's kind of like an open, it's not a wiki because not everybody can edit it, but it's, it's kind of like a wiki. You can read up pages on the various cities that have already been established, and that'll be filled out as we go. But right now there's a bunch of stuff on there if you're just interested poking around. So. Yeah. And yes, I did indeed want to launch this so I could turn this into a pseudo D&D podcast while staying on brand. That was my goal all along.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm not the guy for that. I don't know anything about D&D. But I will talk about the Final Fantasy side of it all
Final
day.
Fantasy. And I hope you'll at least try out the first episode, and I hope it's not boring.
Oh, I'm going to watch it all. I'm excited. I know for a fact Psychic Gamer has been a part of my community since it started. He was like one of the first 10 people that followed me on Twitter.
Oh, I know.
Really? I know he is a funny guy, so I am absolutely excited to get in there and check this stuff out.
He was the first one on board. He sent me. He was like, "I want in," and I'm like, "Okay."
He's a good guy. You all have fun with that.
The enthusiasm right out of the gate.
D&D and Final Fantasy, man.
His enthusiasm actually made me feel better because I made the post and I started getting anxious. Like, no one's gonna want to do this. This is dumb. Why are you doing this? And then Psychic Gamers, actually, his enthusiasm's like, okay, maybe people will be interested.
After that,
and I'll be honest, I got more responses than I was expecting.
You have to turn some people away.
A lot, actually. Yeah.
Dang, man.
I had to take my post down so people would stop once
That's success.
I was like, okay, I posted it in the D&D and the D&D Beyond Discord looking for players. And I got to like 3 people confirmed, and people kept emailing me. I was like, I took the post down and just kind of sorted through the people that had already gotten to me because I was like, I just can't keep going.
Yeah.
And then I had one player I really, really wanted to get on board, but they were actually in the UK, and it's 2:30 in the morning when we're streaming, so that wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
But I really like the players that I've got. Like I said, we met yesterday. I think it's going to be really fun. I got a little bit of a mix. I've got some people that know Final Fantasy in and out, and then others that are kind of newer to it. So
that's actually really good, though. For them, it's going to be really awesome to get introduced to all the
So I've got a gambit of people. So yeah, I think it'll be fun.
So did you add in my suggestion for the D&D campaign? Getting to the end of it and having Necron come in at the end?
No.
Did you not do that? That's the one thing I want.
Well, we're not at the end, and if I was going to do that, why would I tell you before we even start?
Would it really take away from anything?
It'll take away as much as Necron did from the narrative of Final Fantasy IX.
So nothing.
Actually, exactly.
It won't take anything away.
That game should have just ended right after Kefka. Not Kefka. Kuja.
Man, that would have been a weird ending. Talk about random.
Couldn't have been weirder than Necron coming in.
Talk about random.
I would have been more okay with Kefka. At least I'm like, oh, a reference. All right. Well, man, there was no news. I've done and promoted my own show. I mean, it's our show. It's just
no. This is your baby. Don't put my name on it. I'm not going to take any credit for something.
If this thing burns, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
That's not it. Like, I don't want to take any credit for something I did not work on. Do not be fooled. This is an entirely Wolfkin's thing. When I start doing gameplay stuff, that'll be an entirely me thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is all his baby.
Until we do, hold up, Crystal Chronicles.
I'm putting that off as long as possible.
One of my players, that's his favorite one.
Is he one of the newer ones?
No.
Is he okay?
Mean. Do not talk about my players like that.
Sorry, that was the nicest way I could ask that.
No, to defending them. The original concept of that game actually was really cool. with the Game Boys and the GameCube. The remaster, I think, is not lived up to expectations. But if you remember, like having the Game Boy Advances and stuff, it was kind of a cool concept.
I never did that with a GameCube.
Yeah, I think that's painting both of our perceptions of this game.
A lot of money.
Well, the idea was everybody had their own, not that you would go out and buy 4 Game Boys.
Gotta have controllers.
Oh, anyway, man, that's all I've got. If we keep going, we're just gonna keep rambling about other stuff. So, you got anything else?
Not really. I like Final Fantasy X and 6. That's all I've done this week.
Cool. Linktree, right?
Yep.
You might want to send me that again. I think I lost the link.
You got it.
No, I'm saying I don't. Are you saying you got it?
You got it. I'll do it.